The year is 1963. In the heart of Italy's motoring landscape, two visions of automotive excellence were on a collision course. On one side, Ferruccio Lamborghini, a triumphant tractor manufacturer, found himself vexed by the persistent clutch issues of his two Ferraris, along with their high repair costs. This frustration was fueled by a revelation that the esteemed Ferrari used the same clutch component found in his tractors, but at a significantly higher price. Incensed by this discovery and the construction of such elegant cars with what he considered inferior parts, Lamborghini drove to Maranello to confront Enzo Ferrari directly. Enzo Ferrari, synonymous with racing dominance and automotive innovation, had been a force on the track since 1929. His journey from a racer to the founder of the Scuderia Ferrari racing team, and later the creator of the legendary Ferrari cars, was fueled by an unrivaled passion for speed and precision engineering. The prancing horse emblem gifted by a war hero's family wasn't just a logo, it was a symbol of Italian audacity, elegance, and the relentless pursuit of victory. Across this storied landscape came Ferruccio, whose roots were far removed from the racetracks of Maranello. Born to farmers in 1916, his mechanical ingenuity was evident from a young age, initially channeling his talents into improving his father's tractors. His service in the Italian Air Force during World War II and subsequent captivity only sharpened his skills. Lamborghini's wealth, derived from his agricultural machinery business, allowed him to indulge in high-end automobiles, including the Ferraris that would lead him to Maranello's doorstep. The meeting was relatively short. Mr. Lamborghini explained that the clutch was bad. He also suggested what Mr. Ferrari, with simple means, could do for the clutch to last much longer. Enzo Ferrari had a tough time accepting constructive criticism. Instead of listening to the suggestion, he rejected Ferruccio by saying, "Let me make cars. You stick to making tractors."
In my opinion, you're making the best cars in the world. But with all my Ferraris, there is a problem. The clutch. I have a solution. If you consider a partnership, Ferrari, Lamborghini.
Go back to your tractors, farmer.
Ferruccio drove home, seething with anger. Instead of receiving appreciation for his suggestions, he faced the ultimate rejection. The insult cut deep. He was also an engineer. His tractors were the best in Italy. During his journey home, he decided to build sports cars that were faster and better than Ferraris. Thus, the inception of Lamborghini began. Lamborghini built his factory on farmland in Sant'Agata Bolognese. As he established a factory and recruited former Ferrari mechanics and engineers, he engineered a lavish, high-speed vehicle capable of reaching 240 kilometers per hour in just 4 months. You might wonder how Lamborghini built and completed a car in just 4 months. Well, here's the story behind it. 5 people worked for Enzo Ferrari in Maranello, and they were distraught. 2 were Carlo Citti, the chief engineer, and Giotto Bizzarini, a legendary development manager. They didn't like Enzo's wife, Laura Ferrari, as she made important factory decisions. They wanted her to stay out of it. Enzo Ferrari got really mad, and instead of dealing with the situation, he fired all 5 of them. So they decided to start their own company in Bologna, where they could design racing and sports cars. They called it ATS. With their expertise, they were able to quickly build the first car, the 350 GT. It got a good response and 13 people bought it right away. Over the next 2 years, they made a total of 120 of those. The 350 GT was just a small start, and Ferrari didn't worry too much about it. But in 1965, things changed at the Turin car show. Lamborghini unveiled a car that completely shook up the supercar world, including Ferrari. It was the Lamborghini Miura, and it was a game changer. Inspired by Formula One cars, the engineers put the engine in the middle of the car behind the driver, which was the first for production cars back then. The Miura was a hit right from the start. And finally, Ferruccio Lamborghini had the car he needed to compete with Enzo Ferrari. In 1998, Volkswagen acquired Lamborghini, and then they started making the coolest cars. While the origin of Lamborghini was ignited by Ferrari, another big player in the supercar industry holds a similar kind of story to its own, and that is Pagani's. as its origin is also connected to an automotive giant, which is none other than Lamborghini itself. Born on November 10th, 1955, Horacio Pagani is an Argentine-Italian businessman and automotive engineer who worked at Lamborghini and Renault before founding Pagani Automobili S.p.A. in 1992. Born in a poor family wherein he had to build a bicycle from parts to building a hypercar brand like Pagani Automobiles. It's an exciting turn of events for the Argentine-born and raised Horacio, whose dad was a baker from Italy. As a creative child, Horacio Pagani showed his talents early on. While studying engineering and arts, he ran a business at home, making things like bar stools and campers. Despite developing a passion for engineering in his home country, Horacio Pagani realized early on that he needed to return to Italy to cultivate his aspirations in the right environment. At the age of 1977, he opened a small 80 square meter shop called Factory in Argentina. In this workshop, he honed his engineering skills and designed his first car, an F3 racer, at the age of 20. In the mid-1970s, he got his first chance to work on cars with Renault. He improved the body of their sports car and even built one from scratch using Renault's engine. Many appreciated his work there, and this was also the first time he showcased his talent as an automotive engineer. Mr. Horacio Pagani was always fascinated by fast cars. He was very much inspired by the Jaguar E-Type, which was known for its beauty in the automotive world back then. When Horacio Pagani's contributions at Renault were acknowledged and valued, Renault offered him a permanent position on their team alongside Formula One champion Juan Manuel Fangio. Their friendship flourished and Pagani also became a design consultant for the Renault team. In 1983, he eventually found employment as a janitor at Lamborghini. Undeterred by his humble beginnings, Pagani's unwavering commitment and passion soon caught the attention of Lamborghini's management. He swiftly ascended the ranks and earned a place within the company's new composite materials team. During this period, he embarked on his inaugural project, the LM002, which served as a pivotal turning point in Pagani's career, culminating in his appointment as the chief engineer. Recognizing the potential of carbon fiber for the future, Horacio Pagani advocated for Lamborghini to invest in an autoclave to enhance production for the Evoluzione. However, Lamborghini's leadership didn't see the necessity, possibly because their rival, Ferrari, also didn't use an autoclave. Undeterred, Pagani remained fixated on his vision of crafting incredibly lightweight, carbon fiber-bodied cars. At 1987, he took a bold step, securing a bank loan to purchase an autoclave independently. This decisive move allowed him to establish Pagani Composite Research in 1988 while still overseeing Lamborghini's composite department. This ambitious endeavor ultimately gave birth to the groundbreaking Countach Evoluzione concept, marking a significant milestone in Pagani's illustrious career. Pagani left Lamborghini in 1991. After several years of facing numerous challenges, Horacio remained steadfast in pursuing his dream car project, even without a name. By 1998, after 6 years of rigorous research and development, the prototype was finally realized, drawing inspiration from the powerful winds of the Andes, known as Zonda. Ultimately, in 1999, the Pagani Zonda made its long-awaited debut to the public. Limited to only 5 units, the Pagani Zonda was an exclusive machine that was very different from the Lamborghinis and Ferraris of the time. Nothing about the car was ordinary. A full carbon fiber outer body, distinctive extensive design language, and a futuristic interior layout were among the few characteristics that made the Pagani Zonda exquisite. Following the triumph of the Pagani Zonda, a series of remarkable models followed, Each of the cars was an improvement over its predecessor in terms of performance. Since then, Pagani has never looked back. Hence, it is well established that Pagani emerged as a major player in the hypercar industry due to Lamborghini's underestimation of Horacio's concept of manufacturing carbon fiber cars. And that concludes our exploration of Ferrari, Lamborghini, and Pagani's extraordinary beginnings. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating exploration here on WeAndOur Auto. We hope you've enjoyed uncovering the stories behind these automotive giants and gained a newfound appreciation for the innovation and passion that drive them. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more captivating content, and share your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. Until next time, this is WeAndOur Auto signing off.